Hi, honeys. Welcome to Books and Hauls with Michelle. In this video, I'm going to be doing a book review of Every Value Break by Peter Swanson. I was so excited about reading this book, and I thought, I'm going to go a little old school with it. I'm going to go down to Barnes & Noble the day it comes out, or maybe the next day, depending on which one I'm out running errands, and I'm going to get the book. And then I'm going to go home and read it that day. So I go down to Barnes & Noble. I'm looking around. I don't see the book. I'm thinking, oh, okay. I'm probably just blind. I'm not seeing it. So I finally go back to the customer service lady and I say, do you guys have this book? And she looks it up. She says, oh, it just came out yesterday. I said, right? She says, we don't have it. So I said, oh, did you sell out? She says, no, it didn't show up yet. We don't know when it'll be here. She says, we have plenty of them, but we're not sure when the shipment's arriving. And I said, well, do you have any in any of the other Barnes & Nobles nearby? Nope, we're all waiting on the same shipment. I said, okay. So I go to leave. She says, do you want to order it? Do you want me to call you when it comes in? I'm like, nope. I decided I didn't want to wait. I wanted to read it right away. I've been waiting for months. Now I know maybe, I don't know. You would think working in a bookstore, that would be kind of obvious. Like a book just comes out. It's a new release. It's an author that's a bestseller. People are probably excited about reading it. You know, and so I felt like, well, I've been waiting long enough. And the frustrating part was the guy in front of me had the same experience. Not with this book, but with another new release. So I decided to listen to it on audiobook. And I did, and I decided to go ahead and just purchase it online from a different store. I know mail is slow right now. I know that. But she had no idea when it would be there. She didn't know if it had even shipped yet. And to me, that's kind of what bookstores are supposed to do, is have the books in stock. You know what I mean? It just really made me not want to go back. So now, one thing I'm hearing about this book is that the synopsis of it is different depending on where you look. And one of the synopsises gives away a little bit more about the book. So I would recommend, if you're interested in reading it, just watch this video and then go ahead and get it and read it. Don't read any of the synopsis on the different websites. Maybe on the back of the book it's okay, but some of them give a little bit too much information. This woman named Abigail has a one-night stand. And later on, she gets married to somebody else. Okay? And the guy that she marries, I don't know. I didn't like him from the beginning. There was something kind of off about him. So it's like, well, should she be marrying him? Right? She gets married anyway and goes on this dream honeymoon. And the guy that she had the one-night stand with shows up at her honeymoon. So it kind of feels like Fatal Attraction meets Ready or Not, if you've seen those movies. Both movies I absolutely love. This dream vacation is at a place with a bunch of cabins, and they're very old-fashioned. They don't have technology. There's no cell phones. There's no computers. I think they have electricity, but very lightly. Like it's just for, I don't know what. But they have like candlelight at night instead of lights and that kind of thing. And so they get there and there's not that many other people there. So it just feels super secluded and like just get away. It feels like a place that a lot of like rich businessmen go to like brainstorm and stuff. And yeah, the one night stand guy shows up, and I kept thinking it was predictable, but it wasn't. The twists that were coming next weren't what I thought they were going to be, which I love. So then I got to a point where it was like, okay, I need to stop trying to guess what will happen next because I'm probably wrong. And I wanted to just relax into it and enjoy the ride. And so that's what I ended up doing, was stop trying to figure out what was happening so much. But I couldn't stop listening. It was chilling. Ice cold ice water through my veins, kind of chilling. I couldn't stop thinking about it when I wasn't listening. But there was a couple parts that kind of freaked me out to the point where I felt dizzy, like the main character Abigail would have felt. And that's what I love, when I feel like I'm in the book with the main character. And she was a strong, independent woman, which I love. I love strong, independent female protagonists. I just feel like there's so many books where if you have a main character that's a female, she's a weak pushover or something. Have you found that? Or I loved that part of it as well. Wow. It was good all the way to the last page. I loved it. I give it 5 stars. I think if you love thrillers, you will love this book. I would recommend that you take it with you on vacation and read it while you're on vacation, but maybe don't, because it'll scare you and you won't enjoy your vacation as much. I've read one other book by Peter Swanson, and I can't remember the name of it. I'll put it up here. But this book up here, I gave 4 stars, and I remember thinking it was really good. But now I feel like maybe I have a new favorite thriller author. So good. So good. So I definitely recommend reading this. If you love thrillers, if you like, there's something very scary about the thought of being stalked, or the thought of being on a remote island when things go bad, or did you maybe marry the wrong person? Like, that whole thing is just, so I definitely, definitely recommend, if you like thrillers, that you read this book. What was the last book that you read that you could not put down that actually scared you? Let me know down in the comments. Also, if you read this book, let me know what you thought of it down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day or night. I love you. Bye.